So I was saying the inverse of powers are roots. So if I want to get rid of a power of 4, I need to use a 4 root. Yeah, so the root and the power have to match. So that'll cancel that out, but if I take the 4th root on the right, I need to take the 4th root on the left. So there's a button on your calculator. So over this button, there is, that one. Yeah, so it's that button. So you have to shift to get the button. Put in your 4 and put in your 74 over 53. And we get a big long number, which we have to keep for now. So 0, 8, 7, 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 4 equals 1 plus or over 100. So we're getting there. Go green. So we need to get rid of the plus 1. That's easier. Minus 1. So minus 1 will just take the 1 off the beginning. So 0.087023577 equals or over 100. And then finally, I am trying to get or. The or is being divided by 100. So the opposite of that is multiply by 100. And that will take out that. But if you multiply by 100 on the right, you have to multiply by 100 on the left. So, minus 1 and multiply by 100. So I get 8.7023574. And then if you go back to the question, it says 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place is here and stop. We will look at the next number. Is it big enough? It is not, because it's only a 0. So that is 8.7%. The final answer. Yep, 8.7%, 10 marks. Okay, and for all of these, there's attempt marks. So 10, 10, and 10 is worth 30. Where's it gone? Yep, 30. Okay, and then the last question is here. So the rates and thresholds of universal social charge in Ireland, excluding the top rate, during 2020 are given in the table. At what level of annual income does the worker start paying the top rate? Okay, so that is where we need to add up all of, so it's 12,000, oh, why am I doing it in red? Sorry. It's 12,012 for the low rate, then another 8,472 at the 2%, and then another 49,560 at the 4.5%, and if you go over that, then you fall into the top band. So we just need to, I actually feel like my class, we did this in class, which is handy. Oh. So that is 70,044. So that's how much you have to earn to go on to the top rates, and that is correct for 5 marks. Okay. How much USC will a worker have paid in total if they pay the maximum amount due at each of the first 3 rates? Okay, so that's where you need to pair up. So your 0.5% multiplied by 12,012 and figure that out. 2% multiplied by 8,472 and figure that out. And 4.5% multiplied by 49560 and get that. So I've got my calculator. So the first one is €60.06. 8,472 multiplied by 2% is 169.44, and 49,560 multiplied by 4.5% is 2230.2, which is 0.20. And then to get the USC, I just add them. So 6944 plus 6006. So that is 2459. The calculator says 0.7. So that's 70 cent. 2459.70 is 10 marks. For that one. John's annual income is 54800. Find the amount of USC he will pay. Okay, so this is where we need to take the money and throw it into piles. Oh. So we have the 0.5% pile. Then we have the 2% pile. Then we have the 4.5% pile. And then we have over here the 8% pile. Now, the 8% pile, we figured out in the first question that to go into the 8%, oh, sorry, we don't know 8%. Sorry, it's normally 8%, but we actually don't know it. So we'll call it question mark percent. I assume it is 8, but anyway. Anyway, to go into this top right, you have to earn over €70,044, and John doesn't. So he is not going to be putting anything in that pile. Yeah? Okay, so the first pile of money is 12,012 because we can see it here, and the amount of USC is 6006. Okay, so this, like this bit here is the money earned, and then this bit over here is the USC paid. Yeah, so I'm splitting his money earned up into the piles here. Yeah, and then the USC paid is down here. Okay, so the second chunk of money is 8472, and that is 16944. So again, the 8472 is John's money, and the 16944 is the money that he's going to have to pay for USC. Right, so let's see what he has left. So he had 54,800. We've put 12,012 into one pile. We've put 8,472 into another pile. So that leaves us with 34316. Okay, now I'm just going to check those yellow ones because they should add up to that. The 54,800. So 12,012 plus 8,472 plus 34316 is 54,800. Right, grand. So now I have all of his money accounted for. So then I'm just going to work out that third box. So 34,316 multiplied by 4.5% is, and that is giving me 1544.22, which is his final part of his USC contribution. We add up all the green ones, and that means he will pay 16944 plus 6006. So John will pay 1773.72 in USC. I think. Yep, 1773.72, and that is another 10 marks. Just about there now. Or are we there? Oh no, there is another one. Is there one missing? It's just a bit of extra. No, it's just extra paper. Okay, sorry. So D, Mary pays 1602.72 in USC. Find her income. Okay. So this is where they've given us the green and they want us to work back to her income. So that does make it a bit harder because you're kind of working backwards. Now John was 1773 and she is 1602. So she earns less than John. Not much, but she earns less than John, which means she also won't have a top box. So she only has 3 piles. Right, so let's try and sort hers out. Right, so she has some amount of money up here, which we don't know. Here she has 0.5% multiplied by 12,012, and that's 60.06. So that is literally just the same as that. Next one's going to be the same as well. So the next one is going to be, is it 2%? 8472. 8472, and that is 16944. Sorry, I'm just going to check. 169, yeah, 16944. Now, the last box. So, it's 4.5%. We don't know how much, but we can figure out. Okay, so this is her USC. Yeah? So those three green ones have to add up to that one on top. So if I do 1602.72 and I minus 60.06 and I minus 169.44, that leaves me with 1373.22. Yeah? Now, this is what makes this bit tricky. So 1373.22 is 4.5%. Because that's what this says. 4.5% of something we don't know equals this. So this is 4.5%. And I just need to work out what 100% is. Okay, so like we did earlier, you work on the complete side. Is there a 1? No. So you add 1 in. Use the complete side to figure out the maths. So you go from 4.5 to 1. And the way you do that is you divide by 4.5. So we don't really worry about the percent because they both have percentages, so that doesn't matter. And then we're going to go from the 1 to the 100, and you do that by multiplying by 100. Yeah? So 4.5 divided by 4.5 equals 1, and 1 multiplied by 100 equals 100. Once you have the maths on the complete side, you bring it over to the other side. So we go divided by 4.5 multiplied by 100. And then divided by 4.5 multiplied by 100, and I am getting 30,516. And that goes in here. So now I have worked out the money. So all these are her money, and they should add up to her gross. Ah, nice. When you get a number like that, you assume you're right. 51,000. So I said she earned less than John. Yeah. That all seems nice. And it's right. 51,000 for 10 marks. Okay. And then the last one. Patrick has an annual income of 83,000. He pays a total of 3,496 in USD. Find the top rate. Okay, so he is over the 70,000 threshold to get into the top rate. So which means his money will divide into 4 piles. So the first piles are done already. So the first one is 0.5% multiplied by 12,012, and it is 60.06. The second pile is 2% multiplied by 8472, which is 169.44. The third pile is the 4.5%. Now, I need to go back up and get this when it was full. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Yeah? So 49, I'm just going to leave that and write in. So it's 49560 of the money, and the USD is 2230.20. Okay. And then the last box, which we haven't done yet, is some percentage of some amount of money equals some amount of, okay, fine. So I'm going to try and use colours to add these up. So this is USD, this is USD, this is USD, this is USD, and there is the USD total. Yeah? So if I just do a big minus, so if I do 3496.18 minus 2230.20 minus 169.44 minus 60.06, I get 1036.48. Yeah? Now I'm going to do the same thing on the money. So this is Patrick's money, and they should all add up to that. So I can do the same thing. I can do 83,000 minus 12,012 minus 8472 minus 49560, and that leaves me with 12,956. Yeah? And we're trying to find the percentage. So we did this earlier. To get a percentage, you have to start with a fraction. So we put the little number, which is the USC, over the big number, which is the money, and turn it into a percentage by multiplying by 100. So 1036.48 divided by 12,000, did I do that right? 12,956. I think the answer should be 8, so, and it is. So that is 8. Which is like, I don't think that's what it is anymore, but that's certainly what it was. So yeah, 8%, 15. Right. And that is that. So 15 and 10, 25, 25, where am I? 35, 45, 50. So it should be worth 50, which it is. And then I'm just going to amend the total. So 25 plus 25 plus 10 plus 30 plus 30 plus 50. Oh. Okay. I'm after getting 170, which seems wrong. I'll double check it. So 25 and 25 is 50 and 10 is 60. 90. Okay, 170 must have been wrong to start with. Oh well, it's out of 170 now. Okay,